Oh shit, Tank. Not no financial advice, but I'm telling you, man, put the check on that boy, man. You finna come up, man. I'm telling you. That boy hitting like Mayweather and Pacquiao combined.
With his fight against Lamont Roach coming up, Tank just shook up social media by dropping an intense training video. The footage was so raw and powerful, even Floyd Mayweather didn't know what to say. Now going viral, the clip shows Tank in top condition. Faster, sharper, and more dangerous than ever. Fans are hyped, fighters are nervous, and Floyd looks shocked. But what's really behind this video's impact? And how does it fit into Tank's retirement talks and his ongoing tension with Floyd? Let's break it down. The moment Tank uploaded that clip, the internet went wild. This wasn't just a workout video, it was a clear message. Tank's not joking around. The video showed blazing fast combos, body shots that looked painful, and smooth, confident footwork, but what really stood out? His raw power.
My hands, before I go see Tank, I gotta get shots in my hands. Then I gotta make sure my hands was right, because I don't dumb him down with punches. I let him do it, you know what I'm saying? And he gets to him, you all right? You all right? Yeah. Nigga, work. I just feel sorry for them guys that really pushed the button. Martin pushed the button. Y'all see how it went out.
This didn't look like a fighter nearing retirement. This was a man still hungry, still dangerous, and still proving he's one of the best. Even Floyd, who's usually calm and controlled, didn't expect it. For months, Floyd's questioned Tank's focus, choices, and discipline. Their rocky relationship got even more attention after Tank announced his retirement plans, something Floyd didn't support.
25 is after next year. I'm out of it.
After our second fight, you're out of it?
Yeah,
Care to elaborate on that?
out of the sport.
After our second fight. I know I'm gonna win, bro.
Nah, I could tell you my fights.
Floyd seemed to think Tank had lost his edge, distracted by drama and outside noise. But this new footage flipped that idea. Suddenly, Tank doesn't look done. He looks ready to take over.
Tank Davis.
Bad dude. See, what I like about Tank is Tank brings something different. You know, back in the days, everybody had something. Muhammad Ali was a mover boxer, George was a puncher, Ernest Shavers was a puncher. Everybody had something they brought to the table. Larry Holmes had a jab. Mike Weaver had overhand right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had something. That division now is full, and Tank having to be the knockout guy of the division. He the one with the main knockout power. Garcia has it too, but Tank got that real knockout power that, like, if Tank hit one of them clean, usually they gonna have a problem. So it's like, I like Tank. Every now and then, I think when he knows he can beat somebody, he probably don't lock in as hard, but I think when they bring challenges, he locks in.
Yeah, he fights to the level of his competition.
Yes,
He was doing that a lot.
and he gotta be careful of that.
2 fights ago, he was really doing that.
You feel me? So you gotta be careful of that, because if you come in and think somebody is not at your level and you underestimate them, it can get you beat. So that's the only thing I think you gotta be careful of. Other than that, Tank is a really good.
And for Floyd, who helped guide Tank early on, this raises big questions. Did he misread Tank's mindset? Is he now worried Tank will prove him wrong? Or does he still think the fight with Roach is too risky? Whatever he's feeling, it's obvious Floyd didn't expect this. And let's be real, this footage isn't just for show. Tank looks all in for what might be one of the toughest fights of his career. And this story isn't just about Floyd. It's about Lamont Roach, too.
I think Lamont Roach is a terrific fighter. He might be a little over his head with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a dedicated fighter when it comes to training and fighting and making sure that he's in optimal conditions when he steps inside that squared circle. It's going to be a tough night for Roach, but you can never count him out. You know, watching him fight up close and personal, he's sneaky good, which means he can catch you at any time. He can land combinations, sometimes at will, without you even knowing it. You know, he's that sneaky. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. But you know, obviously Gervonta Davis has the experience, he has the knowledge, he has that mean streak in him that will take you out with any punch.
By releasing this footage, Tank sent a clear warning. Roach may be skilled and smart in the ring, but Tank's bringing heat that not many can handle.
Why was it so easy when he fought Frank Martin?
Frank Martin was inexperienced and nervous. You know, it is what it is. It's going to be a different fight when I'm in there. He's going to be a different fighter when he's fighting me.
What's your game plan?
Whoop his ass. I'm always looking for a knockout. No matter what, I'm always prepared for 12 rounds. But I'm always looking for a knockout, and if I get the chance, I'm going to try to knock his head off.
For weeks, experts have said Roach's timing and defense could give Tank trouble. But now, after watching this training clip, people are rethinking that.
Just overall being something that he's not been in the ring with. I'm the total package, and honestly, sometimes I think he doubts himself. But I'm a competitor, and I feel like I'm the best. So I'm a show up.
When he talks about you not bringing your family, what goes through your mind when you hear him say that?
I ain't worried about it.
Tank's speed, power, and aggression look like they could shut Roach down before he even gets into rhythm.
Beat his ass.
You can't do
talking.
shit with.
For
I don't
real.
give a fuck.
I bet be quiet.
I don't give a fuck if y'all was
all that
quiet,
ski
y'all
mask
if
and
y'all
all
was
that.
loud.
You got the
y'all
whole
was
hood over there.
talking
Like twist it up. I don't give a fuck
Y'all
about none
can
of that.
do whatever
I don't
y'all
care about
want.
none of
My
that.
mother, he
I don't
can't
care
stop
about no
nothing
hood,
over
no
here.
none of that.
Not at all.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna f him up.
Not at all. Never. Nothing's
But
gonna
y'all
get
under
f***ed
y'all
over here.
face
What do I look like getting f***ed up?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
That shit ain't never gonna stop nothing over here.
And he gonna pay for it. I guarantee
I can't.
he pay for it.
I can't.
I guarantee it.
Calm down. Calm down, brother.
Come to the fight.
They probably gonna get you fucked up. Look, fool. Hey, fool. This me and you, fool. This me and you, fool.
Tank.
This me and you, fool.
Yeah.
Don't worry about them. They might get you. They gonna trick you off your spot. They gonna trick you off your spot, fool. Don't worry about them.
Come on, stop. Y'all know what's going on. Y'all know how I'm coming. Y'all know how I'm coming. So stop it. Y'all gonna make it hard for him. That's what y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna make it hard for him.
This video didn't just hype up Tank. It also turned the pressure on Roach. He's always been the underdog, but now with Tank looking sharper than ever, it feels like the odds are piling up even more.
I think that's a pretty good fight, man. I would have to go with Tank, though. Lamont would be moving up. What would he have to do to make that fight? Oh, he moving up? Yeah, it would be, he's the champion at 30. Oh, okay, yeah. I have to go with Tank. What does he need to do to make this competitive? You don't trade with him. You got to box. Box, smooth, time up. But it's difficult when you fight Tank, man. It's difficult when you fight him. Because Tank sets you up with all types of shots, man. And also, like I tell people, Tank can box when he want to box.
And don't forget, Roach is a smaller fighter. That's already a tough matchup. But when the bigger guy across from you is Gervonta Davis, it's a whole different problem.
Gervonta's a smart dude, bro, and he said you really should have waited.
No, you should have waited. You should have waited for a little bit more time. You stuck your head out there a little too soon.
And he was right. He was absolutely positively right.
Oh, what Dr. Goes Mountain!
And so now here we are, him fighting this cat Roach, and I'm like, isn't this dude like junior lightweight?
Super featherweight, moving up to lightweight.
No, that bothers me. The reason why that bothers me is because Gervonta is too great and too skilled to be fighting dudes smaller than him. Gervonta Davis can knock out welterweights. He probably could knock out a couple of middleweights. Why are you fighting somebody smaller? Only time I approve great champions fighting smaller guys is when you're not known for your power. You're basically using your superior skill set and showing against a smaller, quicker guy that skills don't dissipate.
Still, Roach isn't someone to overlook. He's known for his technical skills and his ability to slowly wear opponents down.
Man, then the nigga keep talking about some no disrespect. Come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. You's a real fake nigga, for real. Like, you's a real fake nigga. Fuck is you hating for, bro? Every time you see me, it's what up, shawty. You know how you talk. Fuck is you talking about, bro? I'm really him. I bring any type of smoke to anything in my way. Fuck is you talking about? I am him in that ring.
The big question is, can Roach deal with Tank's explosiveness? Or will he fold under that non-stop pressure? This video also brings Floyd's recent warning back into the spotlight. He's been telling Tank to avoid this fight, worried it could go badly. Floyd thinks Roach might pull off an upset, especially with Tank thinking about retirement and maybe not being fully focused.
Are you retiring?
What changed? What made you trash? Garbage.
If you got the opportunity to sign a prospect for GTD, who will be?
Gervonta, something should have happened during the time, because when I saw you at the Frank Martin press conference, it looked like you were like the talks about retirement was not even discussed at this moment, and now it's something you keep on repeating. Is it just because obviously what you've done through boxing since you were a kid and everything? Where's Calvin Ford? Is Calvin Ford or Leonard Edelby? Usually they're around to.
You think you might regain the love for it, though? You never know. Like you said, you got to walk today.
But now that people have seen Tank's training, some are wondering if Floyd got it wrong. Maybe Tank isn't distracted. Maybe he's more focused than ever, especially since he's fighting someone Floyd supports. And we all know how Tank feels about that.
I gotta do that. A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I would say love and hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of
it. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing it.
Exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal.
Yeah.
Ain't no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
Yeah, those two have had issues from the very start.
I remember first hearing an issue between Floyd and Gervonta before Gervonta fought Pedraza. And the issue I heard was that Floyd didn't want Gervonta to stay in Baltimore because he felt there was too many distractions for him in Baltimore, and he wanted to stay in Vegas. And the story I was told at that time was that Floyd gave Gervonta one of his penthouses or one of his apartments in the Palms Hotel, and he said, "This is your apartment. I'll furnish it for you." He got him a Jeep. At the time, Gervonta was not a world champion. He got him like a Jeep, a 4x4. He basically said, "I'll make it comfortable for you. I don't want you to go to Baltimore. I want you to stay here. I don't think Baltimore is the place for you, And what I was told was Gervonta sold all the furniture, sold the Jeep, and went back to Baltimore and bought a Benz. That's what I was, real. That's what I was told at the time. So
still, Floyd's concerns aren't without reason. He understands how unpredictable boxing can be. And even though Tank looks incredible right now, Roach isn't someone you can just overlook.
My advantage in this fight are my IQ, my mental, my will, and my skill.
If Tank wins, it locks in his legacy and lets him retire at the top. But if he loses, it could damage everything he's built and give Floyd the perfect "I told you so."
Still in here, I know he has his thing.
Tank on here?
Yeah, Tank. Yeah, well, I don't know if he's still on here. I don't know if he's still on here. I don't know. He might have bounced. I don't know. He might have bounced. He was only on for a second. Tank, you want to come in, Tank? Can I bring you in? I would love to bring you in. Only because I know for like the longest Tank has had an issue with fight hype, with being. I'd like to know.
Pull him in. Pull him in. Hold on.
I don't know.
How do I do it? You gotta do it.
I gotta do it.
With the fight getting closer, the tension just keeps rising.
And I promise you, you better lead them home. You better lead the females home. On my mother, you better lead the females home and the kids. On my mother.
Yeah,
now watch this.
They gonna be there. They gonna be there.
Now watch.
What's different from 10 minutes ago?
You know how when they told you said I supposed to fought Lomachenko, right? And like how he said like he was retired and things like that. I feel as though like we've been in it so long that we are getting tired of it. Like, we've been beating our body up so long. But it be like situations like just now, like when he talking, that sparks the plug again.
Yeah, that's what I
all it
want.
takes for you? Is that
Yeah,
all it
that's all
takes?
it
Just a
takes,
little
just
comment?
Nah, but that's what I want, though. I don't want you to fight me like you saying you're going out.
It always go like this. It always go like this.
Nah, what I'm
always
saying,
get the
you just
yapping,
said you feel like you going
and
out.
they go to
I
sleep.
don't want you to feel like you going out.
Telling you.
Tank's training video flipped the story. Suddenly, people who doubted him are now believing in him. And critics are starting to take him seriously again.
May or may not fight guys like Shakur or Devin. What would his legacy be then in your eyes?
I think his legacy will be in his time, which he needed to be respected for, that Tank did what most of the greats did in their time. One ballot, as far as I'm concerned, Hall of Famer. So based on that, in his time, as far as his era, where it was loaded with fighters or fights and fighters that, you know, could have fought each other and they didn't. Every era has that same situation. I don't think that ever gonna go away or ever would be something dismissed from eras of conversation. But I think Tank Davis, you know, understand his path and gonna go by what he feels. Hey, he's young still, might change his mind, who knows? Something might happen in the next 1 or 2 fights where there's an automatic repeat or rewind of something spectacular on his way out.
But Lamont Roach isn't stepping back. He knows this is his big moment, his shot to beat one of boxing's biggest stars and prove he deserves to be among the top fighters.
No one's been able to solve Tank Davis. What do you need to do together with you and your team and obviously your son to score that victory?
We got a game plan. We're going to execute it. We're going to get the
Move
result.
ahead, bob and weave, bob and weave.
Hey, man, that go both ways.
That go both ways.
Bob and weave.
Tank, what is Lamont gonna learn March 1st inside that ring here at Barclays Center?
Bob and weave, bob and weave. You got bob and weave.
He's in what?
You got bob and weave, job, bob and weave.
And Floyd? He's still paying close attention, waiting to see if Tank's confidence leads to victory, or if it all falls apart.
He was a young kid, came up to me when he was a kid, wanted an autograph. I signed his phone for him and told him, you'll be world champion someday, and I'll be your promoter. Years later, he was working with some people from our team, because our team is huge. We got guys in DC, Baltimore, Philly, New York, all around. He won a few fights. I think he was like 8 or 9-0. I told him, in under 24 months, you'll be world champion. Made the right moves, put him in the right position. He's a multi-millionaire now.
Absolutely.
He was a kid that couldn't even buy a bus ticket. Now he's a multi-millionaire.
As Gervonta Tank Davis gears up for what he says will be his final year in the ring, fans and experts are starting to question if fighting Lamont Roach is even the right move. Many in the boxing world think this matchup doesn't favor Tank at all.
What do you think of the announcement of the Gervonta Davis-Roach fight?
I think that, you know, he's had a lot of criticism, but it's not a bad fight. You know, Lamont Roach is a world champion. He's smaller than Gervonta Davis. The problem is not many people are aware of who he is or his ability. But he can fight. I don't think it's a huge fight, but not a terrible one.
Tank's been talking up his retirement for months, promising to go out with a huge fight. But instead of facing top-level names like Shakur Stevenson or Keyshawn Davis, he's fighting Lamont Roach, a skilled fighter, sure, but not one that screams legacy. This choice has boxing fans raising eyebrows, calling it a weak and unnecessary fight.
I don't know Lamont Roach, but, you know, when you're looking at Shakur Stevenson, when you're looking at, you know, these other fights that he should really be fighting, you know, he don't want to do them fights. He wants to retire.
Yeah.
So don't come and, but don't come at me and go, oh yeah, let's give it all, you know, very big bollocks and go, oh yeah, let's give him some stick and then make out like we want the fight. And then we send an offer over and then you fight for 15 million and yet you fight Lamont Roach. Don't do all that. Do you know what I mean?
It was a real offer. That was true then.
It was a real offer. We offered, I said, listen, you keep talking my promoter's going to get back to you in 48 hours. 50 minutes. Initial offer sent over.
You know, but was it Uncle Al didn't let him out to play? His boss didn't let him out. That's it. So he wants to talk about, 50 million. First offer. First offer.
There was room to negotiate.
Of course there was. But he's an idiot. I don't even know if he knows what negotiating means.
Tank clearly had better options.
The fact that Lamont Roach is as familiar with Tank Davis as he is, it goes beyond them fighting in the amateurs. They've spent time in camp together. He's been around Tank. He's seen Tank up close and personal, whether he's in the ring with them or not. That matters. When you know a guy's rhythm, when you know their speed, when you know what they're thinking, that changes everything, you know? Saying all this to say that because I know we got a lot of people. It don't matter. When he get hit, he going to sleep. Just wait for it. This might be a fight until he gets hit. And again, he's tasted that before. So if he gets hit and he doesn't go away, we got a fight on our hands, you know? I think it's a good fight. I think that there's better fights for Tank Davis, but this is a good fight for him.
Fans and insiders are asking why Tank isn't going after the biggest names in his final year. Shakur Stevenson, one of the most talented boxers out there, has been calling him out for a while. Their fight would have been electric and had fans fully locked in.
Fight has gotta happen. There's no way the fight don't happen. The best of the best versus the best, and I can't wait for it.
What would happen between you and Gervonta?
I'm going to win for sure, 100%. I think that a lot of people going to bet the other way, and a lot of people going to lose money, but the people who bet this way going to win money.
Then there's Keyshawn Davis, a young star already making waves in the lightweight division. He's hungry and eager to prove himself by taking on a veteran like Tank.
I would prefer Tank Davis, the top guy. I would go for the top guy. If I could choose, I would choose Tank Davis. I would not take short out. Tank is a great fighter. Hats off to Tank. I'm not even gonna just do all that. Like, Tank is a great fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody knows that. He got the power, he got the skill, the ability, he's patient. You know what I'm saying? But I know who I am. That little short can't touch me. And I'm coming with that same shit he coming with. And you know that his coach Kenny, you know, got a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? Talk to go fight the nigga from Cuba. No, nigga, I'm fighting. I want to fight Tank. Stop mentioning other people when I mention your fighter. What you talking about, boy? Like, don't play with me, bro. Y'all know how I'm coming. Tank, if you wanna fight, send me a contract, bro. Tank, you know.
Now that's the kind of fight fans really want to see.
I didn't watch it, but I saw it was an early knockout. You know, he come out sharp and put the man to sleep. You know, so you know he is next up. He's going to be a great fighter.
He's calling for Tank. Now
He beats Tank.
Yeah, you think so?
Keyshawn Davis beats Tank, in my opinion. I believe he's give him a good ass spanking.
Both of those matchups would have added to Tank's legacy, pushed his limits, and pulled massive pay-per-view numbers. Instead, we're getting Tank versus Roach, and fans aren't exactly thrilled.
Tank all day, baby. Tank all day, baby. Easy work. Easy work. My butt looks good. Okay. All right, guys. Grab the prop right here. Okay. Get the prop right there. Easy work, man. Come on, back here, please. You showed up in your face. Back in the camera. Back you. Go in the back of the line. You don't even believe yourselves.
That's it for today's video. If you liked it, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss any future uploads. And let us know what you think in the comments. Stay tuned. We'll see you in the next one.